Elite power washing.
Welcome to Harford County Living. Today, as with last month and every month, I am sitting here with Megan Howlett from Visit Harford, and we're going to be talking about the events coming up in November, just in time for the holidays. All three holidays in November?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some that they put, on a
Well,
calendar where there's like a national day of everything, each
Thanksgiving.
day of the year.
Well, yeah, but no, you got, the
Main
three
ones
major
are like,
holidays:
yep.
Thanksgiving, Veterans Day, and the most important holiday of all, the Marine Corps birthday.
Mm.
But that's not all there's. First of all, how you doing, Megan?
Oh, I'm good. I'm excited, gearing up for the holidays. I feel like we were just in the summertime
Uh,
and, thinking about getting to this moment, and then it happened in the blink of an eye. Like, I can't believe it's already November.
have you been outside today?
It feels like it's like April or May out there. I was just
It,
out there a couple minutes ago. I couldn't believe it.
I have three of my neighbors cutting their grass. I'm like, guys, it's November.
It's so confusing,
It
but
is.
I'm not complaining.
Oh no, either mine. It'd be nice if it stays like this
Right,
all year
right.
long. Of course, then you get people like my wife would get mad at me because wait a minute, no, I want snow. No. Anyways, and I have a funny feeling we're gonna have a lot of snow this winter.
Oh, I keep saying the same thing. I read something that if you start to get like frequent rain showers towards the end of summer, it means you're going to get a blizzard. Now, I'm not a meteorologist, um, but I do believe in those little like sayings. But I think we're due for a pretty big, like, really
Yeah.
heavy winter. I only like when it snows if it's gonna keep me in my house where I can, like, curl up and get some work done. I don't like having to go and drive through the slushy snow, like, give me all or nothing is
Right.
kind of my mentality for the weather.
I just want like a good blizzard to give us enough snow where all the neighbors are, at least here where I'm at, all the neighbors are outside shoveling, and I got the smoker and the grills out there grilling for them all.
That's
I just
that's
got to remember to get the
awesome.
grills out
Yeah.
front in time this time. So in November, what do we have coming up in Harford County?
I mean, we are kicking off, the whole holiday season, right? And I feel like it's such an amazing time now that we fully are back to having these events that people can feel confident and safe to go to.
Hmm.
Just looking at the turnout for a lot of events in Harford County now, we're already seeing, based on when we go back and look at participation, we're getting crowds that are larger than they were in 2019. So
Nice.
we have, recovered and then some. So, starting off with November and then leading into December, we've got a ton of different, not just holiday events, but, other events, for the wrapping up kind of fall into winter too. But I think we start off with something
A
that's
murder.
yeah, still kind of in the Halloween feel with the murder mystery party, right? So yeah, that's in Edgewood with and it's benefiting CASA of Harford County. So I have always heard great things about it, and you can even just purchase your whole private table there, and it's just a fun who done it kind of evening, and
Yeah,
love
that
murder mysteries, especially, and there's like TV shows about murder mysteries now, so it's you know they're taking off.
look
They're
how
all
many I was gonna say, look how many podcasts there are about them. All
oh
these true
gosh.
crime
There's a
podcasts.
whole genre for it, and now instead of just, as much as we all love listening to podcasts, especially yours,
Oh,
uh, being able to live it out and get into character just for a night to solve that mystery.
yeah.
I've never heard somebody come back upset. They had so much fun, getting into character, and it's just a nice
I'm
thing to
I'm
do, right?
surprised more I'm surprised there's not more of them around here though.
There needs to be,
Yeah,
yeah.
because when CASA contacted me and asked me if I could, put it on the website, I'm like, Oh God, yeah, I'll share this. It's like
Right, right.
a murder mystery. Yeah, why not? So, and that's actually what tomorrow night,
It
Friday, right?
Yeah, so it's kicking off November 4th.
Okay,
Yeah, in Edgewood at the Richland Ballroom.
Richland Ballroom. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, it's not just a fun whodunit night. You know, it's for a good cause.
Hmm.
So proceeds are going towards CASA of Harford County. I like that you can purchase a private table for you and your 10 friends, or depending how the story goes, they might be your enemies.
Yeah.
You know, $75 a person. It's still, you know, that proceeds from that are going towards a good cause, and you know, they're really putting on an entire, you know, evening here, and you're in a whole different world for the night, so it's definitely worth it. I think everyone should try to experience a murder mystery party.
I wonder if anybody's going to dress up as Colonel Mustard.
I
Look,
mean,
you're too young for that. You're like who?
oh, for Clue, for
Yeah.
Clue,
Okay. All right.
I know, yes. In the dining room with the whatever the I always forget what the, you know,
The candlestick and
candlestick, yeah.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Uh,
but we'll if people go, they'll have to come back and tell us,
And,
and they'll
and, and then Saturday, one of my favorite things I look forward to every year, where you can meet some wonderful people like Brad Cox, Claudine Marcin, there's so many great people here, and this is the authors and artists holiday gift sale.
Yeah, yeah, and so, you know, and that's I think goes from 9 to 2. It's an annual event, gathering right in the Bel Air Armory. I believe this year they're gonna have somewhere near like 30 to 40 vendors there.
Yeah.
So, they're really taking off. But you know, and it's not just, you know, going and, you know, while it's amazing to be able to go meet the authors and check out their books, they have woodworking, pottery, jewelry. There's so many different things you can get there. And you know, you can buy a bunch of different things, but even just to be able to go and check it all out, it's a free event for the
Yeah.
public to walk around and check things out there. So I mean, that I'm sure it's going to continue just getting more and more
Oh,
traction every year.
there's a lot of good Christmas gifts to get
Oh,
from that.
and that's one big thing that we're focusing on now that we are, you know, I want to say in the clear. You know, the I'm so thankful that our local businesses and establishments have the opportunity to open up full force. And you know, right around the holiday season, it's a way
Yeah.
to just kick off shopping local and having everything all in that one place under one roof there to knock that out. You know, don't be like me on December 23rd wondering, oh, should I go get stuff now? Should I go shop now? Like, imagine just how peaceful those snowy winters, if we do get those blizzards, would be if, you know, you don't have to, you know, drive out in the snow to go get your last minute gifts. You can start it off this weekend.
Yeah. Sometimes when I wait till the last minute, I print out pictures and say, "Look, this is what I got you. It's just not it yet."
Right. Here's the receipt. It's coming
Yeah.
soon.
Oh,
Mail. No,
oh,
now you
you I
physically
gotta show a receipt? I'm really supposed to order it?
uh, oh, it's in my cart. It's in my cart. I'm gonna press buy. Yeah, no, now you have no excuse. You can physically go there, get what you need, and you're, you know, set it and forget it. You
And
know?
the best thing is you're supporting local artists.
Yep, yep. Can't
You're
beat
supporting local, period. I mean,
yeah,
and the thing is, because right when you're done with that, you can go out back to the marketplace,
yep,
go down the road, eat lunch, eat breakfast, whatever you wanna eat.
right.
There's yeah, it's a fun event. I love it. I've gone every year, and, I actually met some great people there too. That's one of the reasons I love going, just to meet the people.
It's such a welcoming community too,
Yeah,
and there's nothing better than knowing, like, you can give a gift to somebody or get something for yourself that's one of a kind, right?
yeah,
When you shop local like that, there's really something special about knowing that this is, you know, very special and meaningful. And just, you know, looking at years past of having the event, it just brings together, you know, the community and even visitors coming to check things out. You know, you have people who like to go and travel to see certain authors and to learn
mhm.
different, you know, pop-ups in a sort, you know, in a sense where you can get all of these vendors together. So I think it brings a unique blend of the community and visitors in
Yeah.
that weekend. So
And then the following week, well, let's see, that's on Saturday. So
Yeah.
then we have the 10th is the Marine Corps birthday, but they're not there. And then the 11th is Veterans Day. Is there anything going on for Veterans Day anywhere that we
So
know about?
Yep. So on November 11th, at the Joseph Davis American Legion in Havre, Grace, from 2 to 3, they're going to have a Veterans Day parade. So it starts at Hutchins Park in Havre, Grace, heads up Congress Avenue, and then it goes right onto Washington Street and ending on St. John Street. So they're going to be hitting all of those major streets in downtown Havre, Grace, honoring all of those who served. And this is also, just a great parade to have because downtown Havre Grace, there's
Yeah.
so much community support there, but also from the local businesses there too that are going to have their shops or their restaurants open. And based on the weather we're having today, it's probably if it keeps up like this, it's going to be a beautiful day to still be outside in the middle of November. So I hope that a lot of people go out for that. It's a quick parade, it's 1 hour, but being able to obviously everybody who comes out for it is going to want to go grab lunch or dinner somewhere or even
Right.
book can too. So it's just a nice day downtown. Also honoring, an incredible cause of, honoring those who served.
And then the following day, Saturday, I believe it is, the Veterans Family Resource Fair, right?
Yep. So that entire weekend honoring them, that it's just going to be a great weekend, in Harford County.
Well, that's at the Bel Air Armory too. They keep busy during the holidays, don't they?
Oh, they sure do. Yeah. I mean, this is just like the lead up to the entire, winter festivities, December festivities, but it already gets places on people's radar in November, which is what I love that we still have things going on because then you can see I'm here for November and now I have an idea of what's going to be here in December and we can get people to return back. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
Now, something else, because, here it is November and somebody's getting ready, getting closer towards Thanksgiving and right after Thanksgiving. But I want to talk about Christmas a minute
Mhm.
because at the Opera House, aren't they doing something awesome there?
They are. So we have starting in November through, the holiday season. They're putting on such a classic. They're putting on White Christmas.
Yes.
So Irving Berlin's White Christmas the musical. It's Scottfield Theater Company is proud to present. So kick off that holiday spirit by choosing a weekend that you want to go with the family, with your loved ones. And it's just such a feel good time. And once you are there, I mean, you're going to see Havre de Grace completely lit up with the lighthouse having Christmas lights on it. The promenade is going to be beautiful. And I mean, there's even some local establishments that decorate their storefronts.
Mm-hmm.
Just once it gets cold out and there's some snow on the ground, you're like walking through a Hallmark movie. And it's just like, what better way to kick off the holiday season than with White Christmas, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it might not look like a White Christmas outside again with the weather the unpredictable weather we're having, but
It may, you never know.
yeah, for all we know, knock on wood, you might actually be going during a White Christmas season. Yeah, but that runs for such a long time. And when you go to book your tickets on there, you can check out where you want to sit. But having that reoccurring event, really kicking off in November, going through December, that's just something that's so family friendly. And you can't get into the holiday spirit more than that, right?
Yeah. And actually, in November, just to in case everybody's wondering, there's still some of the other things going on, like the farmers market, the
Yeah.
stuff at was it, I think, Anita C. Lake Estuary.
Yep.
Um, what was the other thing? We talked about it
We
last month
have
briefly.
in
The
having
ballroom dancing or something like that?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, so there's a lot of events that are always recurring, and that's, I could sit here and talk about everything I love about the county, but one thing I will say is the consistency of a lot of these events that people can continue to always go back to. Um,
Yeah.
like you said, the Estuary Center, they always have family-wide events going on. We have our farmers markets that are always very, very consistent. And it just you can always count on that, right? even the various movie nights, or the ballroom dancing that you can do, just senior day at Fiore Winery,
Yes.
the kids art classes even, that take place at the Harford Artist Gallery. So you can always just hop on
There's
to
something to do.
Visit Harford calendar. Like, you're not going to run out of things to do if you're looking for something that weekend to get involved with, or to go and experience. I mean, we have something every day.
Hey,
um so there's quite a bit.
so let me ask you this. For
Sure.
Thanksgiving with your family,
Hmm.
what's the appetizer you guys usually have?
Oh goodness. Well, growing up, we were like told, like, don't even come into the kitchen, leave us alone.
My mother tried to stab me for doing that.
And we always, and my parents would always just say, like, we're gonna eat when it's time, but if you eat everything now, you're not gonna eat everything we've started cooking at 5 a.m. But we liked, I will say, when we were younger, it was like a lot more traditional. We just always had like the turkey and sides, and there wasn't really much of the appetizers. And then I went to college and I discovered the perfect recipe for buffalo chicken dip. Not even a Thanksgiving meal in the slightest, has nothing to do, but it's great when you have sports on TV.
Well, that's true.
So yeah, my brothers and I would sit there, and we're just eating the buffalo chicken dip, and we're like, okay, now it's time. We did our buffalo chicken dip. Now it's time for turkey and this and that. So we stick pretty traditional with dinner, but I don't know why it just became a thing that you're like, okay, the one thing you guys can have is sit here, eat your buffalo chicken dip with your sister who brought this recipe home from college, and leave us alone. And they like to do their own thing. And that just kind of became the or the, like the, routine for us now.
Right.
We do something kind of unique though. Um, I'm sure obviously people know, like, chicken and waffles and everything, but
Ooh.
with the leftover turkey we'd have, I don't know, one day when I was like a kid, like, I'm playing around in the kitchen making a mess, of course. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make turkey and waffles. And it just became a tradition in my family that we'd bring out the Belgian waffle maker and make turkey and waffles, and either use syrup or gravy. And now it's been a decade's tradition, turkey and waffles.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to try that.
Think about it.
Actually, I wonder how it would be with cranberry sauce on top.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it gives it a little bit of a touch. Yeah, it's, you got to get rid of all the turkey. And my best friend's dad, he tells everybody just bring over a bucket, and he makes all this soup, and all the leftover. He's like the leftover king. So it's like, it's not even so much the actual Thanksgiving dinner, but it's like the leftover concoctions.
Right.
Our group of friends, we all do an Iron Chef competition between us,
I
and there's
love it.
one side that we have to use from leftovers when we make something, and that's part of our Friendsgiving extravaganza, as we've turned it into a competition, because we can't just be friends, we have to be competitors. We're always in competition. But it gives like a challenge to it, and we all start talking about, like, we don't know what that secret ingredient's going to be. All we know is we bring
Right.
our leftovers with us, then we're hit with this secret ingredient, and it's fun.
God, now I'm hungry.
But you know what else would make you hungry that we missed? We have to talk about.
Wait a minute, but something that I have, one of the appetizers
Oh
that
yeah,
we
wait,
have
yeah. Tell
now,
me your appetizers.
oysters.
Yes. Oh yeah. Are you strictly raw oysters, or do you like
I
hard? What are you?
I love raw oysters, period. I've
I do
always
too.
have.
Yeah.
I'll eat them fried, whatever. Well, you know me. I'll eat whatever doesn't eat me first. But no, I've always loved raw oysters.
Yep. Yep.
And now here in Maryland that you got a lot of them are farm raised.
Exactly.
And so now you can get the salty ones or the sweet ones depending on where, but yeah,
Put anything? Do you put like hot sauce on them ever? Are you a hot sauce on your oysters kind of person?
nah, I used to be. I used to. Now it's just a little bit of cocktail sauce. A
Yeah.
little bit. That's it.
Oh my gosh, there's just nothing, and nothing like. I mean, they're so refreshing to have in the summertime.
Mhm.
But I mean, I eat them year round. I think a lot of people do, and I think a lot of people will, you know,
And
now.
the oysters Rockefeller.
Oh, yeah. Are
But
you?
there's something big coming up too for that, right?
Yeah, talking about oysters right now, I mean, our mouths are clearly watering. Thanksgiving already, but before Thanksgiving, we have the Great Havre de Grace Oyster Feast. And that is on Saturday, November 19th. And I mean, this is one that you are going to get the entire experience of, you know, not just eating oysters. I mean, all you can eat oysters, mind you, because you go to a restaurant, you always try to decide, like, oh, how many should we get? Now you can get as many as you want, but there's also
Yeah.
they're going to have beverages there. They're going to have live music. $75. And you think about, how much you pay for oysters when you go out to a restaurant. And I mean, obviously it's worth it, right? Um,
Oh, $75 for all you can eat and drink plus music?
when you come prepared, yeah. So I mean, but they don't have just oysters. I mean, they do.
No.
They're the half shells. They have the steamed ones, fried ones. They also have a homemade oyster stew that'll be there.
Mm.
But they also have the pit beef, pit turkey, country smoked ham. That's not it. They're gonna have Maryland crab soup. They're gonna have Old Bay wings, beef barbecue, sauerkraut, kielbasa, mashed potatoes with gravy. I mean, they have it all. I mean, they're gonna have fruits and vegetables too, but even
Oh,
just like having desserts as well. So, I mean, I will say though, last year sold out. So it's on November 19th, which means people are gonna have to get their tickets now. It's
yeah. If
it's one
they're not sold out, hurry up.
Oh, no, I think that they've still got them, so, I mean, you're gonna wanna get them fast, though. It's at, the new Star Center, too, is where they're having it, so, being able to check out a venue that's, really up and coming now, while
Mhm.
also going to this event, I mean, it's gonna be, you know, really fun, and
Uh,
they do still have tickets. I cannot say how long they're gonna have them for, but I would say if you're interested, get them as fast as you can because
November
when
19th.
they say sold out, they really mean sold out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and as you said, a lot of people don't realize too, especially when you go to events,
mhm,
I think a lot of times there is no buying tickets at the door anymore.
right? Yeah, well,
They either sell out or they have to give that head count, so the caterers only got enough food
yep,
for so many people.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, just and for an event like that, it's so important, especially when it's like
Oh,
an all
yeah.
eat, you're like, what if everybody has that same mentality? So they wanna know roughly what to expect, but and it's a great amount of time too, from 5 PM to 10 PM. You're not gonna feel like you're getting rushed out of there. Um,
Mhm.
the live music is by a band called Great Train Robbery. So
GTR, baby.
yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be just a really fun time. And
Alright, wait a minute, Megan. I take it you've never seen Great Train Robbery?
does this end right now if I say no?
No. Oh, you gotta see
I
'em.
mean, well, if I will at the Oyster Feast.
Yeah, they are an awesome band. They've been around for a long a long time.
Yeah.
Of course, different members, but yeah,
Right, right.
they're very good.
Oh,
Very good. You would love them.
oh, I'm excited. Yeah. I mean, just and the entire event, it's just such a and it's like a feel good event, right?
Yeah.
Like what better way to like just bring not only the community in, but it brings a lot of, outside visitors into the county as well, which obviously we love being able to have that opportunity to show people who might not live in Harford County the different types of events that we're always putting on. I feel like last month we were talking about something that was happening every weekend and November is no different. So
Right.
there's one thing I love about, well, I've already said a ton of things I love about Harford County, but we're consistent. We constantly have something going on,
Yeah.
which is sure to always, no matter when you're coming here to visit, you're gonna have something to do.
And then the following week is Thanksgiving,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
you know what happens after Thanksgiving.
We're getting ready for Black Friday,
The
shop
big the big guy comes.
by then
Yeah, and, all kinds of good Christmas things coming up, and
are
I'm
you
looking
somebody that plays you won't play holiday music until after Thanksgiving? Or do you play it, like, the day after Halloween?
you
When when
did not
when do you
just
when do you start your holiday music? There's 2 types of people right after
it's gotta be a I'm sorry, it's gotta actually Thanksgiving Day.
that's when you turn it okay, yeah.
Yes.
I
But I
mean,
have to hear it before then because my daughter's already playing it, I think.
right, there's 2 kinds of people, but, that really kicks it off, and, I mean, our all of our local businesses, they're ready for the holiday shopping.
Yeah.
They've been waiting for this year where we're gonna get people out there and, kind of like what we were saying, kicking off the month of November, there's nothing like getting that unique one of a kind gift for a loved one, or finding that one thing that you've been looking for yourself for so long too.
Mhm.
Um, there's just always so many unique finds and so many talented people and so many talented business owners in Harford County that I wish I could just like go into every store and get like one of everything because you can't find it. You can't find what you can find in these local businesses along, like a strip mall. Like you get something so meaningful here. And I think it's such a great way to kind of kick off that holiday season. I
Yeah.
don't know, are you a Black Friday shopper? Are you lining up at Best Buy at midnight? No.
No. Mm-mm. Nope, nope,
I
nope.
I love doing like the shop local Saturdays. I'm also a big Cyber Monday person. I will hop in the queue on my computer, but I will not hop in the queue outside a store.
I'll do the cyber thing, and here's my rule of thumb. So, come the holidays after starting Black Friday,
Right, right.
unless I can get it at the local grocery store or Home Depot, you're not getting it. So
Well, yeah, and I even a lot of our stores, they have online stores now. So
yeah.
going there on Saturday for the shop local Saturday, you'll also see a lot of them
Well,
on the
that I'll do.
yeah. Yeah, and they have, like, their storefronts online. I mean, they're ready to get orders going, so we've talked to a couple stores already, and, I
Yeah.
mean, they're just incredibly excited to be able to generate those customers back in, and it's just a community-wide thing too. You're on Main Street, and you just see
Mhm.
everybody taking that time to celebrate these businesses that, especially now, they pushed through a couple years where their doors may not have been allowed to be open, and now that we are, I think it's so important to show our love and support for them, and that can start
Yeah.
and anytime really.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I do that, do
Yeah.
the local I do that all the time, no
Oh,
matter what,
sure. Oh,
so,
yeah, yeah. Love
but
it.
going into December,
Mhm.
December 2nd, I
Yes.
think Harford Family House has something going on, right?
They do.
The,
Yeah.
boots and bow ties?
Yes, so and that's something I'm excited for that as well. Um Yeah, and I mean, that's also we have all of our holiday markets that are kicking off then too, so
Right.
what be on the lookout for a lot of these holiday markets that open and start functioning right that weekend after Christmas time, they're gonna kick off, so whether you're in Havre Aberdeen, Bel Air, that weekend after Thanksgiving, that's when all of these different holiday markets are going to open up. But yeah, we do have Christmas in the Country on Friday, December 2nd. And that is on Darlington Road in Havre at the Vignan Manor Farms. That seems like a really cool event.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and there's I wanna wrap it up with 2 things because there's something going on the 3rd
Hmm.
and, right? Yeah, the parade?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they're all kicking. We have a couple. We're gonna have the Aberdeen 45th Christmas Street celebration. We also
That's
have
on the 3rd as well?
that's on the 3rd. The Bel Air Holiday Market will be happening on the 3rd. Havre Farmers Market is happening on the 3rd. And then I don't know, have you heard of the Highland Tractor Parade that's also happening on the 3rd
No?
in Street, Maryland? It starts at North Hartford High School, and the tractors are all lit up with Christmas lights, and they go all the way down, and they end up at Falling Branch Brewery for a nice Christmas, just family fun celebration at the end. So it's really, really cool.
Wow.
Mason Dixon Country puts it on, and we're very excited to see it all kick off.
Okay,
It's
so
a cool
all that's
yeah.
going on Saturday?
December 3rd, you can do it all, pick and choose where you go, but
Wow.
December 3rd, that's gonna be a big day
Okay.
in Harford County, so,
And then the 4th, and I have to apologize to somebody because I was supposed to co-MC something on the
wow.
4th with Christy Breslin,
Hey,
and
Christy.
I can't make it, but the Bel Air parade,
Yeah,
where the big guy makes an appearance, will be, going on Sunday, the 4th, right?
on the 4th, yep. So, yep, the Bel Air Christmas parade and tree lighting. So that very first weekend in December, we have all of these tree lightings happening, and that just really kicks off the holiday season for us. You know, Havre Grace too. Before we know it, we're going to see everything kind of lit up there. I know that they're working on the logistics of seeing if they can light up their new trolleys that they have.
Right.
Ride the tide, except now it's going to look like a sleigh. So I know they're putting that into the works, to have that going through town as well, which is really exciting too.
Yeah, God, I can't wait till I mean,
I
I
know.
love December,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
but I mean, this month is just because it kicks it off. To me, November just kicks off everything joyful for December.
Oh, it's the holiday season now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and I'm really looking forward to it.
yep.
If and for all of you watching, there's been a ton of people asking me about where Santa's gonna be in December. I'm still waiting to get in touch with him, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I will have more information on the website on harfordcountyliving.com so everybody knows where he'll be, with the dates, and I know some of them require tickets and all that, but, uh, yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's just great to be able to get back out and do all these things.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they're just they're great for the entire family. I always say that we have kid-friendly events, we have events for adults and friends coming into town. So you have family coming in for the holidays. Make sure you show them what we have on Visit Harford's calendar so that you can kind of coordinate some things to do when they come to visit. They're sure to be busy all the time with
Oh,
what we
yeah.
have going on. It never stops here. We always have something happening.
And I just wanna remind everybody too, if you have an event coming up, go to visitharford.com
Mhm.
forward slash events, submit your event.
Yep.
And if you want to come on here and talk about it and promote your event, just contact me. Email me at rbennett at harfordcountyliving.com. I'll get you on. Hope please give me enough notice though, not like a week before. A couple weeks would always help, and we'll get you on and talk about it. And even if it's your business, I started this again, but not again. I started this so the people in Harford County have another platform to promote their stuff. And I'm honored that, Megan and Visit Harford is doing this monthly with me to talk about all the events coming up. And who knows, maybe next month I can get somebody else in my place to talk to you.
Hmm. Guess we'll have to see.